Hi everyone, I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney, and I am located right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. And our clients, however, are located all throughout the United States. Immigration is a federal practice, immigration is a federal practice. So it doesn't matter where your attorney is located. We can represent clients anywhere all throughout the United States. So if we can help you, definitely give our office a call. We handle all types of immigration cases. If you want to schedule a consultation, our phone number is 703-348-1663. Again, that's 703-348-1663. Again, so we handle all types of immigration cases. So we represent companies that are sponsoring individuals for visas and green cards. We also represent individuals that are applying for student visas, people that are sponsoring family members, and we also work on humanitarian cases as well. Here today, it's an opportunity for you to ask your immigration questions, and I will do my best to answer them. If you have very detailed questions, I'm going to tell you the best thing for you to do is schedule a consultation where I can ask you questions, give you all of your options, and we can outline the full timing, the full process, all of the fees involved, and you have a clear picture of everything that's available to you. We're streaming on both Facebook and on TikTok right now. So if you lose me on one platform, feel free to hop on the other. We are at our ID is at Agarwal Immigration on both platforms. All right, so we have a few people that joined, and feel free to start typing in your questions, and I'm going to start talking about a couple things that have come up in my practice as well, some common questions, and I will answer yours too. Hi Rahul, hi Samantha, let's see, hi Gagan, hi Bina, hi Dupal. Great. We have a good number of people joining. Say hi if you're on. I can't tell who's on Facebook, but on TikTok I can kind of tell. Hi Mandy. Let's see. Gagan says, hello, I have a question. I applied for a work permit in January, but I only got a receipt notice, not an approval. So if you applied for a work permit in January, it normally takes about 5 months or so to get your fingerprints, and then you will get your work permit about a month or two after you get fingerprinted. Okay, so sometimes you might not require a fingerprint depending on the type of application, but usually you will get biometrics taken. And it takes about 5 months to get the fingerprint notice, and then about a month or two after your print to get your actual work permit. Okay. Hey Yathan, nice to talk to you today too. He says it was nice to talk to you. Same here. Yathan was my biggest fan for a long time. All right, great. So let's see. Amanda, hi. So Gagan, I wouldn't worry. It's kind of early for you to get the work permit right now. So you're okay. You can always check the processing times online too. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Duplantine. Nice to see you. Someone said, when will my sister get her immigrant visa? I don't know when she applied. I don't know what category she applied under. If you are a U.S. citizen and you filed for her, it can take, okay, it says filed July 2007. So there's something called the visa bulletin, and that will give you the time frame for how long things are taking right now, right? So if you can Google visa bulletin, and you'll be able to see it's issued every single month. So it's updated every month. You can go in, you can check and see how long the current processing time is for the category that she applied on. So if you're a U.S. citizen and you filed for your sister, it'll tell you that category, siblings of U.S. citizens, and what they're processing right now. And that will give you a sense of when yours will be processed. Okay, so I think it's over 10 years. It might be close to 15 years right now. Gagan says, I have no fingerprints. Okay, well, then it should be quick. It should be a couple of months. If you're just doing like an extension, it should be a couple of months. But if it requires fingerprints, it normally takes about 5 months. All right. Someone is saying, any response on the new update of the proclamation? No, not yet. There's not an update that I know of yet. So I will keep you posted when there's an update. Just remember, there's a lot of benefits that have been proposed, but they have to pass the House, they have to pass the Senate before they become law. If it was released now, I don't have that information. I've been doing consultations all day, actually. All right. So does someone saying, hi, does the Biden Citizenship Act qualify for people who overstay on a visitor's visa? So what comes out on the other end is going to look completely different from what's proposed. So currently what's proposed is they're looking at people that have been here on TPS, that have been here on DACA. So you may qualify. You definitely may end up qualifying, but what comes out on the other end of what's being proposed is very different. Okay, it can be very different. So let's keep an eye out. We'll see what's been approved, and then we will let you know. Gagandeep is saying, my lawyer applied for a fingerprint, but not later coming. I don't have an immigration reform update. I'm so sorry. I'm only here to answer a couple of questions today. I will give you an immigration reform update ASAP. Okay. Nana is saying 2012 and 2021. It's been 14 years so far. So that might be coming up soon then if you're a sibling. That might be coming up soon. All right, great. Awesome. Great. So I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about things that come up in my practice and that kind of came up recently with some of our clients. So one question that we get a lot is, I entered with someone else's passport and now I am married to a US citizen or a green card holder, right? So that is a question that comes up often. I entered on another person's passport and I'm married to a US citizen or a green card holder. If that is the case, you will not be able to process on the normal family-based green card. You will not be able to generally do your full green card process here in the United States. You would have to do part of it here, apply for a waiver, then leave, go back to your home country, go to the embassy in your home country, get approved there, and then come back in. All right, so that's kind of the normal process. But we might be able to help you if you have some kind of issues in your marriage. If there's any problems in your marriage, if you have arguments, if your spouse puts you down, things like that, and those are just examples, you may be able to process your green card right here in the United States. So what we do, this is for people that have entered with somebody else's passport. There is an option potentially to process your full green card right here in the United States. So if you'd like to give us a call and see if you're eligible, the benefits are actually really, really huge. So essentially what happens once we apply, you will have a work permit in 6 to 8 months. You will have a green card in 2 to 2.5 years. And the fact that you entered with someone else's passport, there's a method to ask for forgiveness based on a number of different things. Things like, have you paid your taxes? Have you had a criminal history? Are you religious? Do you have people that can vouch for your good moral character? Things like that will help you apply for a waiver and receive a waiver. But in this way, you do not need to leave the US to process the green card. Okay? Hi, Zavira. Nice to see you. Let's see. Hi, Carlo. Hi, Shubho Khan. All right, great. Feel free to type your questions in. I'm going to keep going with some of the ones that have come up in my office and what we've dealt with today. Sarb says, I have photos. I have photos of the state something with a passport. I don't have an original passport. Can I apply for citizenship? Well, you can always go and get a passport. I know right now it's a little bit complicated because some of the embassies are closed, but you can always go and get a passport, get a renewed passport from your country's embassy, and then you can apply for citizenship. But you would want to have a valid passport when you apply for citizenship. You can apply without it. So you can apply, you can leave your photocopy and apply, and then once you get an updated passport, you can update your application. Okay? Deval, hi. Shiva says thank you. Raja says thank you. Nana says a work permit. I'm not sure exactly. All right, so the other question that we dealt with today for quite a bit is we had a client that has an asylum application pending, right? So there are many of you watching, or you know someone, you have an asylum application pending. Either you applied for asylum, you had an illegal entry and you applied for asylum with USCIS, or you applied for asylum in court. You're in immigration court. So if you have a current asylum application pending and you're married to a US citizen or a green card holder, you may be able to apply for and receive a green card without having to go through that whole asylum process, right? So even if you had an illegal entry, you have current asylum pending, it is possible for you to apply for and receive a green card through your spouse. So you might be eligible. So what we would do is we would apply for that green card. If you're not in court, we would apply for that green card. We would get you what's called deferred action, right? You have to call us and see if you're eligible. We would get you what's called deferred action, which means that you would be allowed to live in the US forever. It takes about 1.5 years to get that. You would have work permits continually based on that. And then ultimately we would apply for a green card, and that whole thing takes 2 to 2.5 years. So we'd apply for and receive a green card. So that is different from just waiting for your asylum application to go through. So if you're married to a US citizen or a green card holder, or if you have a child who is 21 or over and a US citizen, you may qualify to do that. So call us to see if you're eligible. The other way, if you're in immigration court, we can still apply for this, right? We can still apply for this, and you might be able to adjust your status in immigration court. So basically the whole green card process could be continued in immigration court instead of doing asylum, or also in conjunction with asking for asylum in immigration court. So you may have multiple relief options available to you in immigration court. So you should call our office if you're married to a US citizen or a green card holder, if you have an asylum application that you filed that's pending, or if you're in court and you're seeking asylum, we might be able to help you obtain that green card through your US citizen or green card holder spouse, or if you have a child who is a US citizen, 21 or over. Give us a call. We're at 703-348-1663. All right, let's see if I missed any questions here. Someone says, my husband filed for me and he's a green card holder. Jamaican girl says that. Sorry, okay, I missed a question here. Tirthi, if I don't have proof I came before 2021, can I make an affidavit by the mayor of my town? Sure, you can certainly do that. But there are many ways. So it can be an affidavit. It can be other people that know. If you have credit card transactions, we can use that. If you had a doctor's appointment, it had a receipt. There's really many ways to show that you have physical presence here before 2021. So if this bill passes, we can definitely kind of brainstorm some ways to see how we can prove that you were here before 2021. Okay. If you'd like our assistance, we would love to help you. We're at 703-348-1663. So Jamaica Girl says, can my husband file for me? He's a green card holder in the state. Yes. So yes, your husband can certainly file for you. So if you're out of status, you'll have to use a different process, right? And you may be eligible to still have your husband file for you and process that full green card application right here in the US. So even if you're out of status and you're married to a green card holder, there's a way that you may be able to process that full green card right here in the US. All right. What happens is once you file, you would get a work permit in 6 to 8 months. You would get a green card in 2 to 2.5 years, and you don't have to leave the US necessarily to do it. So you have to, one, qualify and see if you're eligible. And the way to do that, it's based on issues in the marriage. It's based on marriage problems between you and your husband. And they might start off, you might think that they're common marriage problems, right? But we can talk to you, we can screen you, we can see if you're eligible. And if you are, we can certainly file for your green card and have that whole thing processed, even if you entered illegally or even if you are out of status now. Okay, if we can help you, call us. We're at 703-348-1663. Someone says, hi, this is Dave. I was in detention for almost 4 years. What can you do for me? I lost my green card in 1990. I don't know exactly. So I would need a lot more information about your situation. I don't know if you're married. I don't know if you have kids. I don't know why you were put in detention in the first place, if you have a criminal history. So let's see what's going on. I don't know what your experiences are like, right? So if you had a difficult work situation, if you were forced to work, if you're afraid to return to your home country, there may be different humanitarian options available to you. So call us so we can talk to you about your experiences and see really what you might qualify for, because there are many ways to qualify for a green card. There are many ways to qualify for a green card. So, based on your experiences, based on your familial relationships, you may qualify. So if you think we can help you, or if you don't know and you want to just find out what options are available to you, call us and we will screen you. We will give you your options. We will lay out the timeline. We will give you the pricing. So I'd love to chat with you and brainstorm with you about what might be available. We are at 703-348-1663. What about the public charge rule? When is it going to be dumped? I'm sure the administration is working on it. I know that it is in the works, but right now we are submitting our applications as though it is still in effect. I will keep you posted when it gets dumped, right? We're on our way. We're making huge progress with immigration. This is a really exciting administration to be a part of, and it's really going to open up options to so many of you. So if there's any way, if you want to know your situation, if you want to know your options, call us. We're at 703-348-1663. Hi, Shani. Hi, Sharna. Hi, Zavira. Hi, Sardar. Sardar is saying, how many questions for citizenship now? So the rule just changed recently, this week. Actually, it just changed. They're back to the old exam, which is 100 questions. 100 questions, 100 possible questions. They ask you 10. There's 100 possible questions that you can study from. They ask you 10, and you have to get 6 correct. So it's not too bad. You can do it. If you'd like our help, call us. We're at 703-348-1663. Kasaria is saying, what is this NOID? An NOID stands for Notice of Intent to Deny. So that means that USCIS, you applied for something, and they're going to most likely deny your application, but they're kind of giving you one last chance to provide the evidence that they're asking for so they don't deny it, right? So if you have an OID, it's best you provide the best evidence possible so your case doesn't get denied. So if we can help you, I don't know what kind of case you have, but many times you can still get approved with the NOID. Depends on what it is and depends on what evidence you have to kind of combat whatever assumption USCIS is making. We are at 703-348-1663. Call us if we can help you. Hi, Kunal. All right. It looks like we got all of our questions answered. Patidar is saying, what are your fees? So our fees for a consultation is $150. It's one-on-one with me. We go through all of your questions. I get all of the information I need from you, and we really do a full assessment of what is available for you. We go through the process, the timing, and everything, and it's really a good opportunity to understand your immigration options. All right, we do them by Zoom and we do them by phone right now. If you're local, we do some very limited in-person appointments. So either way, again, as I mentioned earlier, we are based right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. Would love to meet any of you for a consultation, talk to you for a consultation, and call us if we can help you. All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you soon. Bye. Thank you.